My name's Dave Westlake. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And for the last 2 years, I've been looking for a job kind of the traditional way, if you will, sending out resumes, cover letters, applying online, and nothing was happening. So I realized that I had to take a kind of a non-traditional approach. That's when I came across Tom Kent, and Tom's coaching service really helped me refocus how I was going about looking for a job, helped me restructure how I was representing myself online via LinkedIn and other things. Helped me with my resume to really tell the best story about who I am. And then we took it out and totally jettisoned the old way of doing things, the kind of the traditional way of job searching. Really focused in on my network and my network of networks, and that paid immediate dividends. I have to admit, I had some reservations. According to LinkedIn's algorithms, I had a rock star profile. I thought everything was great. Tom reviewed my profile, said, "Listen, Dave, I'm going to be honest with you. On a scale of 1 to 100, I would give your profile like a 5." I thought, "You mean like a 95?" He said, "No, 5." And so that was a shock. But as I looked at the feedback he's given me, he was exactly right. My profile really wasn't. It was meeting LinkedIn's standards and what they think a good profile should be, but that doesn't measure content. Tom really dove into the content and really helped me understand how to best put myself online and represent myself when other people who I don't know and have no control over how they're viewing me are actually going to see who I am. And then, those doubts also extended into taking the leap of faith of moving out of what a traditional job search is, and not sending resumes out and cover letters out anymore, but really relying on the people that I know. And when you get right down to it, for the level of role that I was looking for, that's the only way to do it. As it turns out, after I started working with Tom, within 2 weeks, I was starting to have recruiters contacting me. Within a month, I was interviewing for VP of sales roles. And now here, 6 months later, I've landed a job that I really, really like. I was able to be much more selective about which company I wanted to work with because I had multiple offers, and I attribute that all to Tom. The results were fast, right? Within a couple of weeks, I was interviewing for these roles. Tom helped me rearrange how I was presenting my experience online and how I was quantifying it. Prior to working with Tom, my profile really was very generic. It was like everybody else's. There was nothing really unique or special about, nothing that stood out. But Tom's insight into how LinkedIn works and what people look for in LinkedIn really shined a new light on what I had to do and how I had to improve things. The other thing that Tom really helped me out with was understanding how powerful my network was. I've got a great educational pedigree. I've got a lot of good work experience. I didn't realize how valuable that was. And he helped me tap into the value of that. And within just a couple of days of really diving into the networking aspect of job searching, things turned around. It was a very fast, very rapid process for me, and frankly I was shocked, but very pleasantly surprised. My mindset really made a quantum leap as well. And again, I attribute this to Tom's focus on the most effective way to enter the job market and to close deals with prospective employers. My initial mindset was rather closed-minded. I was really focused on a very narrow track of opportunities based on what I thought a job search was. I hadn't been in a job market in 15 years. So it was a whole new world for me. And Tom gave me an entirely different perspective, really opened up my mindset and allowed me to see that, it's not just looking down this narrow track that's going to get you the job. In fact, that's going to lead you to a place of utter frustration. He brought me into this new space mentally that allowed me to understand that there are multiple opportunities out there. It's just a matter of finding them and then never being satisfied until at least one, but preferably multiple opportunities are closed and are presenting you with offers. It was a whole new mindset shift for me, but one that I'm really glad Tom helped me make. So part and parcel with what I was doing previously was spending a lot of time looking at job boards and subscribing to different internet-based services that would find jobs. based on the criteria you gave them. But that was a waste of time. The more time I spent on that, the more I realized I'm just sending my application in with thousands of others. There's nothing that's going to allow my resume to get past their automatic screeners and ultimately not stand out to anybody that I might want to work for. So again, a little bit of a risk. I totally cut my time out of spending any time on job boards whatsoever. Eliminated from my life altogether, and just focused on going the route that Tom was guiding me in terms of using my network, using the people that I know in and around me in the spaces I want to work in. And again, it paid immediate dividends. My skepticism faded immediately. My concerns faded immediately. And I put all my trust into what Tom was saying, and it worked great. The results I had with CareerNerds helping me find a job were outstanding. It really helped me focus on the most effective way to look for new opportunities. Helped me make a monumental mind shift in terms of what's effective and what's not when looking for new jobs, and it really helped me focus on the most effective means into transferring my skills from the past into something that's marketable for the future. CareerNerds was a great help for me. So the impact that working with CareerNerds has had on my life is indescribable. It's taken me from an area where I was very uncertain about my future and frankly concerned that I wasn't going to be able to find a job in time before all of our emergency funds ran out in our family, and we'd have to look for something that was not something I wanted to do for a career. But with Tom's help and with CareerNerds guidance, I was able to look past that, get past that, and find something that is going to put my family on a very steady pace for the future, and something that we are all excited about. Not just me; it's an entire family event for us now, and I'm excited to be part of it. So once I started working with Tom, I saw immediate results. Things started happening within weeks that hadn't happened in over 2 years of trying to do it myself and do it the kind of the traditional way. Within, like I said, within weeks, I was having interviews. Within a couple months, I had 3 job offers, which allowed me to really be selective about evaluating one against the other, as well as negotiating better offers from each employer. It ultimately resulted in me finding truly my dream job, something I'm very excited about, something that I know that I'm going to be with for a long time, and has a lot of opportunity for me to grow forward. So I'm very excited about it, and I attribute everything I've been successful with in this job search to CareerNerds and Tom Kent.